Hi everyone, it's Muriel and welcome to episode number two of Miss Cooper's Coop After Dark. How's everyone doing tonight? Very good. So I wanted to tonight just excuse me, come on really quick and just talk to you for a second, show you a haul that I did, and then show you some charms and stick pins that I made using Craft Supplies 1 new beads. Oh, excuse me. Got these this week, and then the other ones are in this jar. So, been keeping those separate. So, let's do the official time. Okay, it's after dark. It's 11:35. So I got kind of a second wind. I haven't been feeling well this week. I was a little under the weather. I was out sick for 2 days. Super Bowl just wore me out. I tell you, I was screaming like a platypus. Screaming. And I think when you scream, you open up your, vocal cords and your chest, and you just let the germs in. And then you're hugging people that you don't know because you're so excited, and you're eating the food that, people are eating as well. So, bingo. I got a little cold, but I'm feeling better, and I'm just taking it easy. So at lunchtime today, I went outside and got some fresh air, and it was really fresh and really cold, like 27, 28 degrees. But it just kind of woke me up, so I ran into Michael's because I hadn't been all week. And what I really went in there to get was some goodies for a package that I mailed this afternoon. I mailed out a rack. She doesn't know it's coming. And when I got to work, I was just checking the box over, and it was like a pocket of emptiness. And I thought, I don't want to fill it with bubble wrap. So I ran to Michael's and just got a few little whatnots and put it in a box and mailed it off. So then, of course, I had to help myself to some little things. So let's move the sign and show you what I found. I was a little, I don't want to say disappointed, but they had a sign that said 50% off of Valentine's, this, that, and the other, right there on the wall. And I picked up a Martha Stewart punch, a hearts punch. When I got it to the register, it rang up at $17. I said, no, the sign says 50%. Then we had to walk over. Well, it didn't address punches, so of course I didn't want it. So then there were some other Valentine packets, and when she rang it up, it came up with the whole price. So I said, no, this should be 50%. So she had to do that. By that time, I was like, okay, I am so done with you. She was a sweet girl. Every time I go into Michael's, there's somebody different every time. So I have to be nice every time. But anyway, so I started out in the as is aisle. And I found this box here. Nice little wooden box. Needs like 1,000 layers of gesso. But look at the top of it. You see the embossment? It's like flowers. Isn't that really pretty? So the only thing wrong with this is that the latch doesn't have a latch. But I happen to have some really cool closures from Butterbee Scraps and from Sky Blue Pink. That will be perfect. So this box was originally $3.49 and it was 88 cents. But I have to show you something. Right as I was making a video, I opened up the box. She didn't, because look what's inside. Do I feel like a thief? It's like the blade to an X-Acto knife that someone took out. So it was $1.75. But I don't think she opened it up, because I would have never purchased this. And I checked my receipt and it's not on there. So, I don't even have this utility knife to go with this blade. So, how do you like that? So, got the box there. Want to do some altering. It's going to be perfect. Then I found another box. Isn't this cute? It's like a treasure chest. I love all the hardware that's on it, even the ones on the side. Okay, the back, so it looked pretty good. Well, the same thing. What was missing? The closure. But again, I have some closures from Miss Butterbee Scraps that I can use. And see, it's beautiful on the inside. So I'm thinking like something like that. We'll see. But anyway, this one here, same thing. Was $9.99. Now it was $2.50. And it says it's by Arts Mind. Okay, then still on the as is aisle was this Heidi Swapp Hello Today paper pad. Now this is a new paper pad from 2014. I don't know why it was on the as is aisle. I just cut these open, but they were totally closed. Maybe because it's kind of looked like it fell on the ground and someone probably walked on it, but didn't matter to me. It was originally $19.99. I got it for $5. And very pretty. I love Heidi Swapp paper pads because she has cutouts for days, you know, when you're making mini albums. So these are really, really cute. And it's 48 pages. I mean, really some pretty pages in here. Just going to go through them really quick. There's some more cutouts. Hopefully you can see them. Maybe I can flip through it this way. Just nice. You know Heidi Swapp. And I happen to have a book of hers. So I love looking at her books that she produces and seeing what she did with her own product. And, you know, just putting my little spin on it. You know, some soft patterns, some stripes. Love the blue. That's in another one of her paper pads that I have. There's the hearts. There's some dots. Okay, so this was a nice as is fine. Again, $5. Then I went down to the aisle where I could pick up some of this vintage collector memorabilia, because I made a mini album and I haven't decorated it yet because I didn't have any of the goodies. Now I made this when I was at my crop a couple of weeks ago, and it has all kind of tags. I got to put the tags in there. So again, I just haven't been able to do it because I need all the memorabilia. So I picked up this pack here, and I don't think any of this was on sale, but I had a 20% off all your entire merchandise, including sale items. Okay, so and I got these here. These are the epoxy labels and some of the chipboard pop-ups. They're so cute, so cute. And charms and brads. And then I got one of her stamp sets, which I really, really, really buy. But it's small enough that I want to try it on something. And once it works, I will let you know what I did with it. So I picked up that. And then these metal stickers here, they were 79 cents. Now I did buy a pack of these for my rack that I just sent, so I threw one of these in there because, like I said, I had a small pocket that I needed to be filled, so why not fill it with some of these cute metal bows. And then I went back down the $2 aisle because I've been making some cards with the Michaels paper, which if you girls have got this paper, you got to stop pulling it out. It's so much fun. Everything just coordinates, and you know, the embellishments that they put out with it, everything is just so pretty. So I picked up these buttons here because this is one that I didn't have the buttons, and then they have some more banners, and then I got some of the crocheted doilies, the small ones. So that was that. Oh, wait a minute. And then I got two of these cupcake stands. I bought one a long time ago from somewhere else, and I have the cupcake that Vicky made for me, but she gave me two, so now I can put them on these identical stands and then use the other one for something else. So let me move this out the way and just show you the stick pins that I created. I like creating stick pins and dangles and charms ahead of time, because when you're ready to make a chunky charm, you're just good to go if half the work is done. So here are some stick pins. Now, mind you, these are the beads that I use from Craft Supplies 1. Turquoise, green, pink, and like a deep raisin color, like a burgundy. So here's one that I created. Now, the stick pin I purchased a couple of weeks ago at my crop. I went to Ben Franklin's and I found a pack of these stick pins, and I just did a pearl, a spacer, and then the bead, and then another spacer. So very, very simple. There's one in green. Okay, again, these pins were already colored and they had the heart shapes on them. And then this one here. Okay, it's the one with the raisin color, and I just used some gold spacers. I think these spacers were given to me, I think, by Tara, Nurse Tara 04, because I don't recall ever buying these shapes and ones that were so small. So Tara, thank you so much. They came in handy. Now here's one that's just a clear top, a pearl, a rondelle, the bead, and then a very, very small spacer. Love them. And then the charms are just very identical. Okay, these are using the beads. The colored beads are the ones from Craft Supplies 1. And again, I just used some rondelles and these clear beads that I had in my stash. Let's see here. Okay, and then there's that one there. That bead is like red and it just has like glitter on it. And then that one there is like a pink with the rondelle. Hope you can see those. And then then it was one more with a different type of bead cap on it. And then the last two were these. These beads are silver on top, and I just use a rondelle, another clear bead at the bottom. So that's all it took for that one, and then the other one right there. So once you start combining these with other beads, you know, it'll be a perfect match. So again, I like doing these ahead of time. I still have you know, quite a bit. I may just kind of draw some string through them maybe and use them in the project, but I did want to use one of each color for now to see how they looked, and I kind of like them. I like that long tapered skinny stick pin look. So that is my ending to Miss Cooper's Coop second episode here 2014. So I wish everyone a fun weekend. I think we're going to have some snow. I hope not, but I think so. And I'm just going to take it easy. Again, I'm not trying to push myself this weekend at all. I just really need to get my energy back. I haven't been to jazzercise in a week. So I may just play with some of this, at least getting the gesso on it. You know, just kind of getting that out the way. I was talking to Luisa Diaz recently, and I told her that I was going to try and alter my bubblegum machine that Irene gave to me. So again, more gesso. So I thought maybe that's what I do this weekend, kind of watch some of your videos and do a lot of prep work. So that's all for now. Have a wonderful evening. I hope you late night scrappers are still going at it. And if you've been just waiting just to see this episode, here it is. So you can shut it down now if you need to. So have a great day, and bye for now.